Guys, today we're making one of my favorite things in the world, and that's a Chicago-style dog. We're gonna tweak it just a little bit, so you purists, don't lose it on me, okay? Light me up in comments because you're gonna love it. We have our dog, it's coated in spice. We put it on the griddle. Man, it is going to be delicious. We cover it with the traditional mustard. We go with banana peppers and red onions on here. What else is on there? Don't forget our pickles, check this out. Instead of just normal pickle spears, we actually fried the pickles. I think you are going to lose it. And you gotta try this at home because it's delicious. Enough talking, more eating. Oh yeah, woo! Okay, so we're making these dogs, right? The first thing I wanna do is I wanna butter my buns. We just use Evangeline made, straight out of the grocery store, Rouse's, Albertsons, whatever you have. They're gonna do fine because again, this is a quick and easy lunch snack, all right? So I'm just gonna snatch a few of these guys out of here. Toss them aside and open them up. Wow, they're not very separated, are they? Wow, okay. That's all right. Man, they're so soft and fresh though, dang gum. Oh, they've fallen apart apparently. Now, ideally, oh, it's because I open it. All right, I want to open these guys up and I want to keep them connected on the back end versus that, which I just did. That'll be our tester. That'll be all right. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load them up with butter. Quick and easy, one swipe, just knock it out. All right. Again, fast, easy, lunch idea, sandwich idea, snack idea. And what we're going for here is actually one of my favorite dogs. And, you know, we spent quite a bit of time in Chicago, and Portillo's, or Portillo's, depending on where you're from, is arguably the best dog in America. And I'm sure they will have no problem saying that. So we're gonna mimic that just a little bit, but it is gonna be a Chicago style dog, you know? And that's what we're going for here. I don't know if they butter their buns. I don't believe they do. I think they just toast them, but we're just gonna add a little bit to it and we're gonna make it our own, which is what I always encourage you to do at Chomp Chomp Chewy, right? Make it your own, make it your awesome, not someone else's. Okay, we're gonna start with these three, and I forgot the garlic powder, so if, Kimberly, can you hand me the garlic powder, please? It's granulated, it'll be fine. Beautiful. Oh, grab me that other stuff in there that we were talking about. We were talking about off camera. Can you grab me that? Oh, here it is. We were talking about this, everything seasoning. And it's what they put on bagels, but Portillo's, they actually use it on the outside of their bun, which can be a bit of a mess. And you kind of have to bake it in a little bit or egg wash it, do something with it. We're not that fancy, man. We're putting it on the inside. That way it stays and we keep all the flavor. Doesn't that make sense? All right, here we go. Oh, we're gonna do the oven. I gotta turn the oven on because we're not gonna make these. We're going right in the pan. Game time decision. All right, you go up, coming out of the huddle. You gotta make a gameplay decision, and that's what we're gonna do. A little bit of garlic, a lot of bit of garlic. Sorry. And then we're gonna use this everything seasoning. What's in here? Sesame seeds, poppy seeds, garlic, salt. I'm not reading, I'm just kind of looking at it. I could probably read it, but I don't have my glasses. So I'd have to get extension arms if I were gonna do that. But everything that's on an everything bagel is what's in here. All right, easy enough. I'm gonna sprinkle it on. Come here, check this out. Maybe you guys can tell me what's in here. All I know, lots of good stuff. So the butter's gonna keep it on there. A little extra garlic because I'm that guy. I like all the garlic. And I'm just gonna pop it on. So the first thing I'm going to do is get these rolling on our griddle pan. Now, if you don't have one of these, come check this out. The only thing that makes it a griddle pan, obviously, is the ridges in here. Can you see this real quick? This is the only thing that makes it a griddle pan, all right? So you can get some nice markings in there. Oh, you hear that? Nice and hot. The butter's gonna start working a little bit. Oh man, that was fast. Gone. The thing must have been pretty warm. So I'm gonna sit here with it because that toasted really quickly. So So I'm going to sit here with it just to make sure that they don't get overdone or caninoing the bread, as it's referred to around here. But look at that. Look how fast that happened. All right. So I'm just going to do this. Now I don't want to smash the buns because I still want them to be kind of light and fluffy. But I do want all the ridges to happen. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So I'm just going to grab a quick plate. Toss these guys on. Maybe one more minute for you. You're done. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And you, one more minute. All right. Let's get these guys going real quick. All right. And then we come back. We're going to throw the hot dogs on. We have some Hebrew Nationals and some ballparks, the plump ones that were left over from a cookout actually a couple days ago. So I'm going to throw those on these on here, and we're going to get dressing everything. All right. I'll see you in a second. Chicago style dog. Pretty much everyone knows that pickles go on it, right? More like a hamburger sandwich than anything else. Did I say hamburger sandwich? I think no I've ever said that. But a sandwich, right? Pickles, whatever. Anyway, the point being that pickles go on a hot dog, and that's not normal, you know, outside of the Chicagoland area. So anyway, we're going to kind of twist that up just a little bit, and we're actually going to fry our pickles. Which, what? Yeah. Check it out. Oh my gosh. So when you are in the same kitchen as a baker, come check this out. You keep 5-gallon drums of baking flour around. So we're just going to put a little bit in there, right? Because we're only frying a few pickles, just enough for the dogs. And yes, I know it says Home Depot on it, and it's a Home Depot bucket, but it is food grade. I promise you. I did a lot of research to figure out how to store 50 pounds of flour at a time. And this is probably only 25 of that. Anyway, come check this out. We got flour in the bowl. I'm going to throw in just a little bit of cornstarch. And what that does is it adds just a little bit of, well, it's going to keep everything just a little bit more crunchy. So maybe, oh, what a mess is this? Oh my God. Look at all that. If you use a spoon, it'll probably work out better for you. Anyway, I'm going to use about, a couple of teaspoons per every half cup, I guess, of flour. Yes. And then I'm grabbing my pickles. Golly. All right, all you chef friends out there, man, I'm telling you, I know. Clean station, blah. I'm at home. Stop it. I want to season this a little bit. All right. Always season your flour. It's going to give you just a little bit more. It's going to taste better. Okay, that's the deal. All right. Stir that up a little bit, and then grab your pickles. I want to squeeze a lot of the juice off of them because I don't want them to be wet. Because this isn't necessarily a wet batter. I'm just giving it just a little bit of dusting. Come here, check this out. It's just a little dusting, okay? Chucking them right in. Maybe a few more. Because we're making a few dogs today. Because why? I'm starving, that's why. Chucking them right in. And then just gonna toss them around a little bit. Just so it's a nice light coating. No big deal. Everybody's happy. Everybody's loving their little flour blanket. That's done. 2 seconds. I'm going to warm up the oil and we're going to throw them right into the bath. All right, so we have our pickles. They're in the little, they're in flour. A little bit of cornstarch. Don't forget that. I'm going to put the pan on, warm up the oil, and we're going to do a real quick flash fry on these. Hopefully that oil is hot quick, and we're just going to pop them and go. All right. And I know this is a little bit out of the kind of out of the box for all you pure Portillo's or Chicago style people, but you know, like we always say, man, we got to make it our own, right? And so fried pickles, it just sounded good, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, let me see. All right, I think the oil's ready. We're going in. Let me see that. Try to drop them away from yourself instead of splashing it on yourself. Can you, you got this? You can see it in there? Oh, I'm making a mess with that flour on me. Man, that thing is everywhere. but you know what? It's going to be totally worth it. And you want to shake off that excess flour just a little bit, not get too crazy with it. We're not trying to make pickled gravy, so you don't need that much. But I do need to drop just a little bit more oil in there. And see, that's the beautiful thing about cooking, is we can adjust as we go. Browning a little bit. And you know what? I put too little oil in it. No big deal. Grab some more oil. Put it right in. Okay, so now please understand that when I'm frying these pickles, it's not necessarily to get like a tenderloin kind of coating on it. It's not going to be super crunchy, and it's not going to be like totally encompassing it. It's just to give it a little bit of texture and a little bit of extra flavor, and it's going to add so much to those dogs. So I'm just going to move the oil around. Can you get that? You see that? I'm moving the oil around a little bit, and I'm just flipping them as they brown. I don't want to overwork them, but I want them to get nice and crisp. All right. And if you need more oil, put more oil in there, which I probably will because I've got more pickles to chuck in. Pickles are done. Check this out. I didn't want them to get too brown, and obviously I didn't want them coated too heavily in that flour mixture, but they do need just a hint of salt. This is so good. All right, I'm going to set these off to the side because otherwise I'm going to eat them all. All right, I put the grill pan back on the fire, and now we're going to get our dogs going. I'm not sure if I was in shot there. All right, what we have is a couple of things. Remember, I told you that these are 3 leftover hot dogs, and I'm doing a quick lunch. All right, quick lunch, quick sandwich, and I'm going to go with 2 of the thicker ballparks. You can hear that sizzle. And then there's 1 of the Hebrew Nationals left. I just chucked them in the same package, so I didn't have a bunch of packages going everywhere. All right, check this out. The second thing I do is use Mr. Johnny's gunpowder spice. And this is a little bit outside the comfort zone for those of you that are purists when it comes to Chicago dogs, but we like just a little bit of spice on our wieners here at Chomp Chomp Chewy. So I'm just going to hit them with that just a little bit. And this is, not only is it an awesome aromatic, but it gives it just a little bit of spice and a little more texture, layering of flavor, not texture. Woo! Did I mention there's some pepper in this thing? Woo! Golly. But it's totally worth it because they're going to be delicious. All right. And look at that. Look how fast those marks started popping up with this grill pan. Woo! Boy, you can smell the spice of the house now. Come on, man. All right, while these are going, I'm just going to move them off to the side a little bit, and I'm going to grab my buns, and I'm going to put them back on. I know. It smells delicious. Woo! Gravy. That is going to be good. I'm chucking these back on, not to toast them necessarily anymore, but I want them to warm up. So I just want these guys to kick it right here. Let me see. And then I want that dog to be nice and warm on the inside. I want the marks from the griddle pan to, to mark it and, just give it a good visual. Because, we with our eyes too, right? So, cayenne, woo! It smells delicious in here. And it's going to be, it is going to taste even better. All right, give me 30 seconds. We're going to put all this together, and we're going to prep our dog. All right, I'm really excited to chomp into this thing. See you in a minute. Okay, so our dogs are nice and coated in that seasoning. The gunpowder spice, we've got marks up real nice, and they're warm. Actually, they're a little hot, which is perfect. So we're going to build this thing real quick. Before I do, I forgot a couple of things to prep because onion and tomato go on our hot dogs, right? So I'm just going to slice this red onion. White onion is traditional. It's what's usually used, but that's okay because I had red onion, all right? And so since I had a half a red onion, I'm going to use it, all right? Make it your own. Use what you have in the house. And then I'm going to go with, I think I should have sliced this the other way, but at this point we're committed. All right, so we're going with the sliced tomato. I like mine just a little bit thicker. Let me see how many we have there. 2, 4, 6. I think that'll be good for now. So I'm going to set this aside. All right. Now our prep's done. Alrighty. So let's grab this guy. This bun looks nice and ready to roll. Actually, no soggy buns. Okay. So we're going there. First thing in. Let's go with the Hebrew National. We'll do that one first. Okay. Get this guy all set up and ready to roll. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going with the yellow mustard. Because we're not going completely off the reservation here. We're going to keep it pretty close to traditional. So a good side of mustard. And then we have, actually I don't have my spoon, so hey, we improvise, right? This is a beautiful little relish, pickle relish. That, you know, it's pickles and salt, a little bit of sugar that you can check out on one of our previous videos because I like condiments. And so this guy's going to go right here. Come here, check this out. I'm going right in, and I don't want too much of the juice, but I do want it to go right along the side there. This tomato's going in anyway, so we might as well use it as a utensil since we have it. All right, a nice helping of that. Beautiful. All right, here we go. And then on top of that, we're going to go with our seasoned salt. Now, they use celery salt, which is fine. But for me, I like a little bit more than just the celery salt. So this is nature's seasoning. There's probably not too much natural about it, but that's a good name for it anyway. It's from Morton's. You can pick it up if you want. But anyway, I use this on pretty much everything because it tastes good. All right. Next thing, what do we have? Let's go with the pickles. And yes, I know I'm probably going out of order. You guys are going to lose your minds and like, I'm going to get lit up on the comments. That's not the way. It's going to be okay. Just stay with me. Look at that beautiful pickle, man. Golly. Because we weren't traditional about this either, were we? Because they do not fry their pickles. So let's go in with the pickles. I'm going to go actually with one more. Man, my mouth is watering. This looks so good. All right, and then let's go with a couple of tomatoes. We're gonna stuff them in on this side. Boom, just like that. And then on top, what do we have left? I'm trying to remember here. Oh, we have our banana peppers. And yes, they use tiny little green sport peppers, but we actually are gonna use the sliced bananas because I like them better, right? And it's mine. This is my hot dog. Look at those big beauties. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be delicious. All right, I think there we have it, right? What did we miss? What are we missing? What are we missing?
Onion.
Onion! Oh my gosh, I forgot the onion. Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without these folks around here. Thank you. I think my brain stem started to twitch when I started smelling all this, and I'm so fired up and ready to eat the darn thing that I forgot the onion. So thank you. Okay, how do we feel about that? Is that thing ready to eat yet? What do you think? All right, check this out. I'm gonna peel a couple of those off now. Look at this. Okay, so we have our dog. We have our bun that we toasted in butter and the everything seasoning, right? We have our tomatoes. We have the dog that we dusted in the spice, the shotgun spice, gunpowder spice. And then we have our fried pickles. Again, this is a little bit out of the ordinary. We have some mustard in there, the tomatoes, the banana peppers, the onions. I'm going to stop talking and start eating because enough's enough, man. I got to get into this thing. Look at that. Oh, man. I love that we added the spice to the dog, you know, and please don't boil your hot dogs. If you don't have a grill pan, throw them in a regular pan. Do something. We use the broiler all the time, and that gives it a nice caramelization that's delicious. What's so awesome about this is it's refreshing. The lightness of the banana peppers, the tomatoes, the onions, it's all fresh, right? And so it's banging heads with that hot dog, and man, the crunchiness of the bun, mustard, everything works so well together. And that fried pickle, come on, man. Okay, before I take another bite, let me tell you this. We love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Let us know what you want to see us make. And subscribe, because we love that, man. The more we hear from you, the more we can do for you, the more we can show you how to cook what you want to see. Anyway, I'm going back in, so I'll see you in the next.